Hi everyone. Today I'm hopping onto here just to say hi. In knowing that the ascension is incoming into a three-dimensional frequency that is Gaia, I am sitting in kind of an antsy energy, hard to describe, hard to pinpoint, hard to locate exactly which field of consciousness I'm sitting in within this particular moment in time. I've been lingering around in frequency in between layers, and it's really hard to describe in any moment in time as I'm constantly shifting in between the layers of frequency that I've concocted for myself by choice. And sometimes it takes a while for me to snap out of a frequency, coming into realization that it's not really where I wish to sit within any given moment in time of a reality field that I have full control over. Yet, I find myself slipping into frequencies of neediness, into frequencies of distrust, into frequencies of self, in that which was concocted in essence of sitting in the comfortability within the moments, sitting in comfortability within any moment in time. As we create the frequency that skews us into layers and pockets of energetic portions of ourselves based on our reality field within any given moment in time, it's as if, as I'm sitting here speaking to you guys, I am sitting and shifting in and out of reality fields. Now, this might be difficult to comprehend and mentally hard to wrap your mind around, but let me try to come to an explanation of things cohesively as I sit here with my consciousness wide open into the ethers, into a pocket, into a space that is able to reach beyond the space of our quantum realm in itself, which is no easy feat within the awakening process of a starseed that is I, of a lightworker who has fully awakened, who has 12 chakras activated and has my light projected up into the ethers of a God's consciousness that is so inherently full force within the unity of it all. I have a choice to be able to sit within any pocket within the frequency layers that I have access to. Now, coming to terms with this choice and to the unconglomeration of it all has been a hard aspect for me to be able to grasp within any moment in time, as coming into the realization that I choose my frequency level within any specific given moment in time, and that I have access to all different levels of frequency rates at within any moments in earth time. It has been a hard concept to explain and to even be able to grasp mentally on a mental scope. And you may sit there wondering, what the heck is she talking about? What is she on? But I think as everyone begins to awaken to their destiny, begins to awaken to the energetic field around them, as they protrude their consciousness into the next layer of frequency, they will come into a realization that they have freedom to shift and skew up and down, side to side, towards any pocket of energetic frequency that they wish to read, that they wish to reside in, that they wish to cohabilitate within, within other parts of consciousness itself. And that is no easy feat, to have all of this power and all of this reach, to be able to reach into different pockets of levels of frequency of energetic fields that you have access to. Imagine what you would do with this type of coherence, this type of power, and it's quite scary, to say the least, for me to sit here and be able to tell you that I can reach my consciousness into the Arcturian realm, into the Oversoul's consciousness that had fractaled off all of the consciousness within the Arcturian realm, within the Akashic records, the realm that mans the Akashic records. It's quite scary for me to say I can reach my consciousness into the lower realms and be able to converse with lower level entities at will. It's quite scary for me to say that I can reach my consciousness up into the angelic realm and be able to converse with Archangel Michael at will. It's quite cohesive for me to sit here and be able to open up my consciousness into the ethers, into a space, into a pocket above the ethers at will, as I choose to have fun in a moment of boredom, as I choose to be curious in a moment of curiosity, as I choose to be confused in a moment of non-coherence when I don't feel like I need to tap in. And sometimes when my consciousness slips into a point of oblivion, into a point within my mind, into a point within a space-time frequency of the unknown, when I slip into falling into the unknown, when I feel like, or when I forget that I have control over my consciousness to reside in any pocket that I wish, I let that slide into an accidental pocket of unwanting to be there, but then not realizing that I don't want to or need to sit in that energetic frequency of distrust, of misplacement, of distortions felt. And then coming into a realization that, oh, I just let myself slip into this place, into this placement of thinking, into this placement of mentality, into this placement where I don't belong. And yet for a while there, I let my guard down and essentially I'm fighting with myself to reside within higher levels of frequency and constantly fighting with this three-dimensional realm to stay within it but without it, to stay above it and beyond it but still live in the physicality within it, where I have to coincide with other parts of consciousness that reside here within the three-dimensional frequency along with myself, but also wanting to anchor my consciousness into that of a higher level conceptual thinking, into that of a higher level curiosity level, and having to slip down back into the place where everyone else sits, which there's nothing wrong with that, but suddenly having access to all of consciousness and having the ability to transition my consciousness into different pockets and layers of frequency levels outside the scope of what other people can perceive to be true or real is a placement of mistrust within the self. And I say this not as an easy feat that anybody can level themselves onto in an easy distortional way that they'd be able to cope with having that kind of ability, because it took me a while to come into an understanding of the ability that I have and how to control it to begin with, and how to be able to recognize the frequencies, which pocket, which layer. Is this a deception field? As all reality fields within our quantum realm is a deception field, I like to stay and communicate and remain and sit in the essence of the highest vibrational frequency within the realm, within the field that I'm sitting in within any particular moment in time. But my consciousness sometimes lets loose and I let myself slip into an energy of mistrust, an energy of incoherence. And the ability of all of that is complex to describe, to say the least. Yet as I sit here and try to describe to you the power that I hold, the skill set that I have, the energetic portals that I have access to within our quantum realm within any given moment in time, that is a difficulty in itself. And as I sit here and try to ponder on a deep level of what the meaning of all of that is, it's as if I'm confused with myself, if that even makes sense to any of you, which I'm sure it doesn't in this moment in time, as you most likely don't have the ability that I do to transfer my consciousness and expand it into the ethers up and above our quantum realm to communicate with the source consciousness. That is you, that is me. But that is the exciting part of it all.